My arms have always been a weak point of mine, specifically my biceps and triceps compared to my shoulders and my chest. They've always kind of lagged behind, but the past year I've found a few really good exercises that have completely transformed my arms. So I'm going to show you guys 3 bicep exercises today and 3 tricep exercises that have been a game changer for me in my arm development. If you really want to grow your arms, you have to train them at least twice a week. So on top of what I'm already doing, which is biceps with my back workouts and triceps with my chest workouts, I'm also doing an additional day that's completely dedicated to biceps and triceps only. As you guys know, I like to keep my videos very simple, no music, no edits, just straight to the workout. But if you want to support me, you can use code JB10 for Gymshark. Currently wearing Gymshark joggers, and at the end I'm going to give you guys a new try-on haul for the new compression shirts from Gymshark, the Shadow Seamless. They got some new colors and stuff. So let's get right to it. So if you guys were to get anything from this video, it would be the #1 exercise that would get my biceps the most. It would be incline curls, whether it be incline dumbbell curl lying on a bench or a cable incline curl. Both are fantastic. I don't have any dumbbells in my home gym, so I'm just gonna do cable as an example for you. I'm gonna do standing first, and I'm also gonna do an example of using an incline bench for a cable curl as well. So I set the cables at around knee height. I'm gonna step forward and I'm gonna have my arms behind me. This completely isolates the bicep. And I'm gonna keep my elbows behind my back as I curl like this. I've noticed that especially for biceps, really important to emphasize the stretch in the lengthened position. So make sure you go completely all the way back and extend your arms all the way to maximize the stretch. So as I mentioned before, I'm going to show you guys 2 different variations of this exercise. The first one was standing if you don't have a bench, but with the bench, this can actually isolate the biceps even better. So I just have the bench at an inclined position and have my arms completely behind me. And this is the craziest stretch you can get in your biceps. So you usually have to go a little bit lighter doing, using a bench for incline curls. But let me tell you, this is an absolute game changer for your biceps. And you are guaranteed gonna feel really sore after taking a couple sets until failure with these. Let's stretch all the way back, and you can feel a massive stretch in the biceps here. You can even see the separation of a bicep in the lengthened position like this, and that's what you want. If you rotate your arms out, you're gonna get an even better stretch. Sorry, this left one is being really loud right now. I'm gonna give you guys another angle, a close-up angle of my bicep so you can see the fibers up close. Sure, you're gonna feel a pretty big stretch in your chest during this, but it's totally fine because it isolates the biceps perfectly. So here we go. Oh, what the? Okay. So we're aiming for 3 seconds down. Pause in the stretch, and then curl. So for the next bicep exercise, it is a barbell curl. A little different than a typical barbell curl, because usually when you do barbell curl, you're just gonna be here and you're gonna curl like that, right? But to isolate the biceps a little better and get more of a stretch in the lengthened position, I'm gonna move my elbows slightly in front of my body, and you can already see that the biceps activate immediately once I go from here to here. So I can already feel tension in the bicep even when the barbell is all the way down. So I'm gonna maintain this position like this, my elbows in front of me, through the whole rep. And that's just gonna give you tension from point A to point B. Obviously, you're gonna have to go a lot lighter during this because you're using your front delts to hold the weight in front of you. But it's totally worth it because you're completely isolating the biceps through the entire rep. Like that. So typically when I do barbell curl, I can go over 100 pounds. But for these, I rarely go over 65 pounds. So if I have a 45-pound barbell, I'm gonna add 10 pounds on each side, and that is perfect for this. It's almost like you're using an arm blaster. You know those things that go across your chest, a little metal bar plate thing? You're just using your front delts to hold the weight in front of you. So sure, you're gonna use your front delt, but the trade-off is totally worth it. Next we have a preacher curl. This is a cable preacher curl. You could do a dumbbell too. I think both of them work really well, but I don't have any dumbbells in my gym, so we're gonna be using a cable instead. I'm gonna be using just a normal incline bench to support my elbow. And the cable attachment is like all the way down so I can get that big stretch in the lengthened position as well. Because if the cable was higher, there'd be no tension at the bottom. So obviously we want tension through the whole rep, especially the bottom. You're gonna set your elbow on the bench like this. And if you're in the gym, make sure you have a shirt on because your sweat is gonna get on the bench. But this is my own gym, I do whatever I want. So again, focus on good, slow eccentric, about 3 seconds down, and then explode up. If you want even more tension at the bottom, you can just lean back and you get a nice big stretch in the bicep. Also, as you go heavier, it might hurt a little bit putting your arm just on a bench. So I put my jacket right here and adds a little cushion so it doesn't hurt as bad. Another thing I forgot to mention is another good way to stretch the bicep and isolate it even better is rotate your body away from the bench to where your arm is on your side. And this, I think, is even better than facing the bench. I think my left arm is way stronger than my right. A lot of people avoid preacher curl because it's a dangerous exercise because you get a lot of tension in the stretch position at the very bottom, and people tend to avoid extending their bicep all the way because they think they're going to tear a bicep. In reality, this is actually a good way to build resilience because when you train full range of motion, your bicep is going to get used to that position, so you're less likely to tear a bicep if you're already training like this. If you only train partial reps and stop halfway, your bicep is only going to get stronger with that specific motion. So eventually when you do extend it, that's when you can possibly tear a bicep. But if you're used to training full range of motion and you build that resilience, then you're... So we're done with biceps, moving on to triceps. For 2 of the tricep movements, I'm going to be using this attachment. If you guys saw my last video, I explained it. This is my favorite attachment I got from Amazon for like 15 bucks. It's got these little holes. It's got 3 of them. The specific brand is Manuclear Pro. But anyway, I'm going to be doing a behind the head tricep extension on an incline bench. We got it at about 45 degrees. And I'm just going to have the attachment pretty much all the way down. So I'm going to set it right here so I can just grab it, reach it easily. If you have a gym partner, it's really helpful for them to just hand it to you. But I'm gonna grab the one that's furthest away from me, so then it's easier to get the tension through the whole rep and so it doesn't bottom out. Hardest part is just setting it up, but something that I like to do for these is clasp my hands together, and it just gives you a little bit more stability on the triceps. You can also have your hands apart like this, it's totally fine. But for some reason, when I clasp my hands together, it just feels very secure. Aiming for about 10 reps, and we're gonna be going until failure. So I'm gonna go super heavy with this. So grab the attachment right here. So you don't have to reach too far back when you actually set it up. And there it is. For tricep exercise number 2, we're going to be doing a incline barbell French press. So the difference between a French press and a skull crusher is basically where you're going to go down and touch your head with the bar. Keep your elbows in front of you. With the French press, your elbows are going to be behind your head through the whole rep, and you're going to have the bar go behind your head as well. So with these ones, you have a closer grip, obviously. Get your elbows behind your head. Here and here. With a normal skull crusher, you're gonna just be, like touching your forehead like this. I don't really like skull crusher very much because I feel more pressure in my elbows and I don't get much of a stretch at all. So this solves that problem. You can go all the way down, big stretch, and it's a lot easier on the elbows as well. I love this setup because it's just a lot easier to rack and unrack compared to like having to like throw the weight up. And then when you're done with it, you have to like drop it, or it's just a very good setup. Just remember to have clips on each side so the weight doesn't fall off, because when you have a close grip, the bar can wobble pretty easily and the weight can fall off potentially. So yeah, we got 95 pounds on the bar right now. So coming into this a little pre-exhausted, so I usually do like 135 if I were to start with this, but 95 pounds, aiming for 10 reps. Let's do it. To finish the workout, the third tricep exercise is going to be a tricep pushdown. I'm going to be using this same grip that I was doing for the lying tricep extension. What I like to do with these is I'm going to do 2 different variations of it. So I'll start with this one, the typical tricep pushdown. And once I hit failure with this, I go right into a bent over tricep pushdown because I feel a little bit stronger in this position. So it's just a good way to go beyond failure. Aiming for 10 reps normal, and then 10 reps right into 10 reps of the bent over one. 1, 2, 8, 9, 10, and then go right into these. So yeah, that's the workout. 3 biceps and 3 tricep exercises. Gonna do a little physique check right now. It's hard to flex the triceps when they're really pumped. Not much detail. My stats are about 5'7", 150 pounds right now. I'd say I'm around 7 or 8% body fat. Feeling good. Before I end the video, I just want to show you guys these Shadow Seamless tops from Gymshark. They're actually very similar to the Onyx, and I'm really surprised that they're not like sold out yet on the website. I wear size medium for the tops and small for bottoms, but these compressions are probably one of my favorite. The material feels basically like the Onyx, just slightly different look to it, but the fit is basically the exact same. So here's the long sleeve one with the blue Gymshark logo on the front. A very interesting design, how it's like darker here and then it fades into a lighter color at the top. Here's how it looks from the back. So yeah, I really love these tops. Here's another long sleeve one, just a lighter color. It's a white Gymshark logo on the front. I think I almost like the lighter color more than the darker color. Just shows the shape of your physique even better. And last but not least, we got the short sleeve version. Look at that. My arms feel massive, especially with the pump. Feels so good. So again, these are the Shadow Seamless tops. Code JB10 saves you 10% and supports me. They've actually had the Shadow Seamless on the website for a while, but they have these new colors with this blue logo on the front. And I don't think any of them are sold out yet, surprisingly. I just don't think, they're just really underrated. I don't think people really know about it much. So get it while you can. But yeah, that's the end of the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. You're gonna be seeing Janelle and I in Japan for the next video. We're actually leaving next weekend. So comment below what you guys wanna see while we're in Japan. I'm definitely gonna be going to 7-Eleven and trying all the different foods, just vlogging the whole experience, maybe trying out some of the gyms over there. We are beyond excited. We've had this trip planned for like a year now, and it's finally here, so can't wait. So thank you so much for the support, guys. I'll see you in the next one.